Welcome back to A Game of Thrones and Thrones. My name's Hannah, and this is the start of a weekly reading vlog, I hope. So if you saw last week's vlog that will be up today, because today's Monday, you'll know that I was pretty much sleep deprived, but I ended the vlog saying I was reading Get a Life Chloe Brown, and what normally happens on a Sunday is I finish the book after I finish the vlog. And that happened with Chloe Brown, and I gave that 5 stars. I absolutely adored it. I don't want to tell you too much, but it is a romance, so it is a little bit self-explanatory. Chloe has a near-death experience, but she also suffers with fibromyalgia and chronic pain, and then ends up enlisting the help of her building's superintendent Red, who is a artist as well as obviously a bit of a handyman, to help her fulfill things that are on her bucket list, although as she calls it, her get a life list. And I wouldn't say that it is enemies to lovers so much as misunderstanding to friends to lovers. And the best part, Smudge, the cat. But I absolutely adored it. It wasn't explicit. The sex scenes were, they weren't exactly explicit, but they were well written and weren't fade to black. And as someone dipping their toe in the romance genre, they were just the right amount for me. Then I picked up Room by Emma Donoghue. I am about 92 pages in. This doesn't really have chapters as such. It has, in the contents, it has these 5 sections, and I have just started section 2 because this is told in Jack's perspective, and Jack is 5. He and his mother are locked in this room, and that's all Jack has ever known. He only ever speaks to his mum, and they have a nice little bond going on. And it is told in Jack's perspective, so some of the grammar is a little bit off, but you can tell that he is incredibly intelligent for a 5-year-old, and there's more. And there is an underlying sense of melancholy, sadness, but because it's told in Jack's perspective, you don't feel trapped, but you can see that in the interactions with how he describes his mother in some parts. Do you like my t-shirt? It says ER, and then we have ER on the bottom. Anyway, so that it is Monday. Starting this in the morning because, as you've guessed it, this is a work from home week for me. I'm working the 12:30 to 8:30 shift at work, so plenty of reading time / editing time / uni time, because touch wood, after 6 work just really slows down anyway. So there's that. I went to the charity shop this morning, dropped some books off. I'll probably end up going tomorrow just to get the rest of the last of the pile out, and then I can do it all again in a few months when I throw out more books. Well, unhaul more books, I should say. So plans for today, with it being Monday, I've done, like I said, went to charity shop, done some shopping, just food shop, and put some washing in, did the dishes, house stuff. But I am going to hopefully film a video involving a bit of a reaction to a video I've already posted, and we'll see what happens with that one, because that'll be up on Friday. So we'll get set up for that and then I'll film that, I think. So it's Tuesday. Yes, I am wearing the same shirt as yesterday, but it's fine. It wasn't dirty and I didn't go anywhere. This morning I have been to a charity shop again. I dropped off more books, and Still haven't picked any up, so the book buying ban is still in effect. And the only exceptions I have to that ban is my subscription box, my 3 subscription boxes, and if I receive any presents or books gifted to me from anyone or anyway. So that's that. I did finish Room last night. I gave it 5 stars. I absolutely adored it. It was a really hard topic. Trigger warnings for rape, abuse, kidnap, stillbirth maybe. I don't think miscarriage is in there. And there is a mention of abortion as well. So just be wary of that going in if that is something that you are sensitive to. But I really enjoyed it. The fact that it is narrated by 5-year-old Jack gives the story a little bit of a hope and positivity and that sort of childlike wonder, childlike innocence, which gives it not a light-hearted feel but more of a, I don't think it's an innocent feel, because he is aware that something's not right, but to him it's all he's ever known, so how is he? It's only as the reader that we interpret that these things aren't real, they're not supposed to be the way they are. So that's cool. I did buy some fake nails that I need to put on, so we'll see how that goes. I'm trying to stop biting my nails, so at least if I have fake nails on, then it gives them a chance to grow a little bit. And if I like them, I might just get acrylics put on for a while. So there's that. I did film that video yesterday, but it didn't quite work out the way I wanted it to, so I'm just going to film that again. Hopefully have that by Friday for you. And I started reading We Freed the Stars. Yep, We Freed the Stars by Hafsa Faisal. This is a chunky monkey of a book. I think it's like 579 pages, and I am on page 22. Just about to start chapter 4 at the moment. This is the sequel to We Hunt the Flame, which you can see just there. Yes, my covers don't match. No, I'm not bothered. But this one is quite a bit bigger than that one. But at the moment, not much is happening. It is just a bit of a recap as to the events of We Hunt the Flame. I'm sure I'd mentioned a brief synopsis of We Hunt the Flame before, but basically we follow Nasir and Zafira. Nasir is the crown prince and being tasked to kill the hunter by his father, the Emperor King dude. I can't remember the title, but the hunter turns out to be Zafira, who is disguised as a man, because in her world, if she is discovered to be a woman, she will be killed or her achievements belittled. So I think that's pretty much it, and they go on a hunt to find the source of all magic. It is probably a lot more than what I'm saying, but I think that's the brief synopsis, and this is obviously the fallout from what happens at the end. I believe it is just a duology, and I think this one, We Free the Stars, is a little bit more focused on the romances, which is nice, because I have just I am dipping my toe into the romance genre, as I've said before, and will continue to say it until I feel like I can actually talk about that as confidently as I talk about fantasy. So just keep an eye out for that. I'm going to have to clean my glasses because it's raining outside and now I am blind. So plans for today just include refilming that video. There we go, I can see you now. Yeah, just refilm that video, hopefully get it the way I like it, ready for Friday, and just chill until I have to log in at work at 12:30. And it's only 10:15 now, so we have some time. So I'll see you soon. Okay, so it's Wednesday. I have literally just logged off the laptop and put it in the bag because I finished work for the day, evening even, and I'm coming with you with a update. I have finished We Read the Stars by Hafsa Faisal. I gave it 4 stars. It was technically, it was okay. I found everybody just be okay. I think the characters were lacking something that they had in the first book that they didn't have in the second, but I did thoroughly enjoy it. I mean, I read 579 pages in 3 days, so that tells you something. So I have got 5 books left on the official TBR, but I have been working on the Vampathon and the Camp Weekend Ween prompts, and I think some of them will fit those prompts. I'm going to leave them till the end of the month and maybe add some more, but if I get to those books before the readathon start, I'll just change out the prompts if I need to, because I will be filming a separate TBR video for those readathons to go up on the Friday the 22nd. Friday the 22nd, because Vampathon starts on the 25th of October and runs until the 31st, and Camp Weekend Ween is the 29th of October to the 31st of October, so it's just the weekend of. So I mean, I can get a kind of a line at least. I can get a bingo. I don't think I can get a full house, but, and I might be able to get all of the prompts for Camp Weekend Ween, but that's only a weekend, and I'm away on, I'm getting my nails done on the Friday, so that's going to take, I do have the day off, but I'm getting my nails done on that Friday, and then I'm going to a spa for that night, so that takes up a lot of reading time, so I'll probably just be a little bit more careful with things, I think. So that being said, the next book I'm going to read is Anti-Darken by Kirsten White. This is a gender-bent retelling of Dracula, I believe, where we follow our main character, who is the princess. Her brother is the one being groomed to lead, and she captures the Saracen. I'm going to have to read the synopsis and tell you in the morning because I want to read and I'm tired and hungry. So I'll see you later. Hey guys, it's now Thursday. We have, just check, yep, Thursday. We've nearly made it to the end of the week, and I have now read a couple of chapters of Anti-Darken by Kirsten White. I'm up to chapter 4. So far we have seen the birth of Lada, or Ladislav, which is the female version of the name Vlad. Vlad Dracul is the father, and if you don't know, Vlad Dracul is I think he's Vlad the Impaler, who was the inspiration for Dracula the Vampire. No, I don't know what that accent was. So that's where we're at. Vlad is the warden. He is the military he might have been the military governor of Transylvania, but he was supposed to be the ruler of all Wallachia. So that tells you about him. So far we have seen Lada being born. As Lada is female, Vlad Senior wants nothing to do with her. He already has 2 sons he has an illegitimate son and a legitimate son at this point. There is a family tree at the back, so let me just, yep, so we haven't met Messiah, who is the oldest son. He's the firstborn son. Then there is Vlad Jr., who is the illegitimate son. Then we have Lada, who is the daughter and Vlad's second child. And then a couple of chapters in, I think it's like the second chapter, we see Radu being born, and Radu is Vlad's third legitimate child. And Lada is perfect apart from the fact that she is female, because obviously this is set in the 1400s where women have only one job: marry well, produce heirs. And Radu is a bit of a disappointment for Vlad, because Radu is everything that Lada isn't. Radu is soft and sweet, Lada is prickly and likes to bite, which I think is a play on where the Dracula myth comes into it. So far we've only met the nurse, Vlad Senior, the mother, who is Vasilisa, who is just completely not present after the birth of her two kids. I think she is only 15, 16 as well. So that's that. I am thoroughly, I mean, it's hard to say if I'm thoroughly enjoying it or not, but I am finding it a quick and easy read. I mean, I'm on chapter 4 already, and have had a bit of a productive morning. I went to pick up my mum's prescription and did a bit of shopping. And does anybody else just have random impulse buys of the most random things? So I bought some pop and some food, you know, nice and normal. Then I bought a crochet kit because it was to make a headband, and I have been wanting to make a headband to match the gloves, and it did a couple of months ago as well, so that's fine. And it came with a pattern book, and I bought it for the pattern book and the crochet hook, because you never had too many crochet hooks. And then I bought an electric toothbrush. It's an Oral-B, and it did come with toothpaste, but I bought a random electric toothbrush. Yeah, moving on. So I do have some time to kill before I'm due to start work. It's 10 to 11 now. I start work at 12:30, so I want to be logged on and ready. So I do have a load of washing just behind the camera, just behind you guys, just there. So I'll probably put that away and make my bed, and then have some dinner, and then go to work. So I'll leave you for now, and I'll probably come back to you, I'll probably come back to you after work, because I don't see myself getting anything interesting done before then. By the way, one more thing. Do you remember when I first got my new bed that I was telling you that I lost my Fire Stick remote? Well, I found it. So that was some good news. But yeah, now I'm going. Okay, so it is Friday. We have made it to the end of the week. I don't know what that accent is, so I'm going to stop. And if I have included it, you'll see in the time lapse from last night that I did finish And I Darken by Kirsten White. I'm giving that 4 stars. I did really enjoy it. It was very well researched, I found. Very lush, very atmospheric. It is just something that I didn't love it. It isn't own voices, but I think she's done it. She has been very sympathetic towards the Transylvanian history, which we know, because of Vlad the Impaler, is a little bit brutal. So I did enjoy that side of it. I do have the other two books in the trilogy, both gifts, well, all three were a gift from Sean, so I will get round to them. I have just found my Vampathon and Weekend Ween TBR. In that I did explain that some of the books that I'm using for that readathon were already on my October TBR anyway, so I'll be unofficially starting Vampathon probably next week rather than the end of the month. So the week that the video goes up I will probably already started, only because a couple of the books that I'm using to fulfill Vampathon prompts were already on the October TBR, and it makes sense just to read them when I can. So saying that, I have one book that is not on the Vampathon TBR, and that is A Darker Shade of Magic by Victoria Schwab. Was she writing this V.E. Schwab? I have the rest of my Schwab collection just here, so I'm bending because I can't be bothered to just reach. But yeah. Oh, she wrote that as V.E. Schwab. Good to know. And in that, I haven't started it yet because I just went to the shop, got some bits and bobs, and went for a walk. I swear I do more than just walk to that shop every day. But went for a walk, got some bits and bobs, and came back and filmed the Vampathon table. Look at this! A pile of books and 3 guesses which prompt Empire of the Vampire is fulfilling. Yeah, I'm just going to get the book and read it. Read from the back, I think that'll be easier. Yes, I did get this from a charity shop, but it's in decent condition. I would say it's readable. So, Kel is one of the last travellers, magicians with the rare ability to travel between parallel universes, connected by one magical city. There's Grey London, without magic, and ruled by the Mad King George III, which I think is our world. Red London, where magic is revered, and where Kel was raised alongside the heir to the Empire. White London, where people fight to control the remaining magic, and magic fights back. And once there was Black London. So, and this one has one of the most controversial, divisive characters around, I think, and that is Lila Bard. So I really do want to know how I feel about Lila. I think she's going to be one of those characters that are a bit Marmite. You either love her or hate her. I'm just trying to get the price sticker off the back. Ooh, I paid £1.25 for this book. So, if you want decent books at a decent price, check out your local charity shop, and that was a plug for charity shops. Not sponsored, but I just like charity shops. Sometimes you find some bargains. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be reading. I do have to pack my bag because it's weekend. It's Friday tonight. Tomorrow, as you guys know, I spend the weekend with Sean. I spend Saturday nights there, so I have to pack a bag. I do have some jammies it is, but you know, it's always nice to have options. I still need to put, and I can't wear jammies all day, unfortunately. So I have to put clothes in the bag for Friday. No, Sunday. What are words? What are days? But yeah, I will make a start on A Darker Shade of Magic, and checking with you once I have some thoughts on it. I really hope I like it, because I did really enjoy The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. I just found it a little bit slow going at times, but not in a, oh, this book is dragging, in a, okay, so when learning the characters here, this has got a nice slow rhythm to it. I'm hoping that isn't like that, because I don't think that would fit with this book, and I am rambling, so I'm going to cut this update here, and see you soon. So it is Saturday, I did forget to update you yesterday, but I got so far into A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab. I'm actually just over halfway, I would say. I'm on page 220 and this is a 384 page book, not including the acknowledgements. I am really enjoying it. I am enjoying the style, just sitting on my slippers as usual, and I am really enjoying it. We are getting to know the characters so far. I think this book in particular is a setup for the other two, which you do have just here. I am just going to be reading that until Sean comes to pick me up, and because it is like 9:15 now, and he normally gets here about 1 o'clock ish, I probably am going to have it finished by then, so I'll probably just make my bed into the reading corner again and just read. But I am really enjoying this. It follows Kel, who is a traveller. He can travel between the three different Londons. There was 4, but one is no longer accessible. So you can travel between Red London, which is his home London, the Grey London, which is closest to our world, with the Mad King George III and his son George IV, who don't have magic, White London, where magic fights back, and then Black London, who seemed to have a bit of a bounty on, a bit of a fight with magic, and Black London is no longer around. It's thought to be a myth. And so we are just getting to know everybody so far. Kel is quite a likeable main character. He is one of the last Antari, the last travellers. Then we have Holland, who is also a Antari, but he has been captured, is being controlled by the rulers of White London, who are known as the Dane twins, and they have put Holland under some sort of curse, some unbreakable bond. And then we have Lila, who is a human thief, who just happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time and ended up thieving something she probably shouldn't have from Kel. And I don't really want to tell you too much more about it because obviously for spoilers, and I am noticing that V.E. Schwab has a very lyrical style. She is very, not romantic, but it has a vibe where it is just engrossing, and the atmosphere is always there, especially in Invisible Life, which is the only other book I've read from her. I have a habit of finding the books by authors and then just buying a lot of them without even reading the first one. But in my defence, I did read Addie LaRue and then went and bought the others. And I don't have too many, I would say. I just have Mission Central, Gathering Mission, Conjuring of Light, Near Witch, and The Invisible Life, and obviously A Darker Shade of Magic. So that's not all of them. But I'm rambling now. I'm going to stop and have my morning coffee and read. So it's now Sunday and I am just popping in to close out the vlog, but I have nearly finished A Darker Shade of Magic, still really enjoying it. I'm on 332, which is chapter chapter 6, I think, of part 12. This book is set into different parts, if I didn't already mention it, and each part has its own set of chapters. So I'm nearly at the end. Everything is heating up and I am still thoroughly enjoying it. So I'm just popping into, excuse me, burp all over you. I'm kidding. I'm just sort of popping in to let you know that I am still enjoying The Darker Shade of Magic, and then I am ending this vlog. So I've got no idea what happened this week. Do I ever? I've got pretty bad burps now. So that's it for this video. If you liked it, give it a like and hit that subscribe button if you want to see this. Talk about these. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.